This is the Iron Trader, and this is Midday Trading. Today we're going to go over natural gas, and then we're going to take a look here at crude oil and see what's going on. Now remember, crude oil here, the API numbers will be out today at 4:30. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have natural gas, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, I've been saying here this 21-day key level here. Now, right there is 1.757. You can see that we have another lower low today at 1.705. Okay, so that is not good. All right, and you're below this 8 SMA. So you can see where yesterday where it ran up right at the 8 SMA. Okay, where did it go today? Right into the 8 SMA. That's why you trade the charts. Okay, so right now we're below. Now, if it closes below this 1.75, that's not good. Okay, so what we have to do is look at today's low. That's 1.701, which is basically now here below this 1.71. Okay, so right there today, 705, and there was your support level. We were just a hair below it. Now, your next level is going to be right here, 1.677, and then you have 1.661. That is going to be your next levels. And then what we do, we'll come over to the top of this candle, 1.637, and then we'll have 1.594, and then we tighten her up to 1.58, and there's your big retest, 1.522. Now, again, if you can close back above that 21 SMA, then what we want to do is just, bottom line, look at today's high, which is 1.82, and then yesterday's high at 1.84, which lines up very, very nicely here with this 8 SMA. You got to get back above that 8 SMA, otherwise you're just going lower. Now, again, if you can, then we look at the 8 SMA here, right there, 1.903 on your weekly chart. That is going to be the key resistance level. So last week you could see on the candle, went right up into it for 5 days and just could not get through. So far to this week, just looks like it wants to go lower. Now here on your RSI, well, that's still not really showing anything. And your MACD here, well, that still shows momentum. It's just that it looks like it wants to roll over here now. So realistically, what you want to do is just watch that key level, 1.757. You need to close back above that to give you a shot here at that 8 SMA here. And then today, watch that low, 1.705. If that is lost here, then we just follow the candles all the way on down until we find support at one of these levels. Okay, let's take a look here on a multiple charts. All right, here we have your tick chart, your 1, 5, and your 15-minute chart. Now, here's this is what we want to look at here, okay? So basically what you had is you have 1.705. That was the low, okay? Now let me bigger up, okay? You can see where you have a double bottom kind of a situation going here, and then it hit 1.706. So you have a higher low and you have a double bottom situation. The key is, can it break above that 1.72? Then we can go back up here to that 1.74 level, which is right in line with that 21 SMA here on your daily chart. Now, when you look here, you can see it pretty clear on your 5-minute chart here, okay? So see here, it came all the way down, right below that 8 SMA, all the way down, and then it retested it, but you put in a little bit higher low at 1.706 versus 1.705, and now it's trying to work itself back up. The question is, can it, or is it going to come right back down and retest that level here? So when you use multiple charts like this, okay, see, you can gives you an advantage of sort of where you can see that double bottom situation. The problem is you got so much resistance going ahead here. See, you got that 1.72 here, and then you have your 21 SMA, there's that 1.72, and then we have your price channel, and then you can come all the way up here to the 1.75 level. But again, you know, if you use multiple charts, you can see if you want to take a little scalp. Now, I was going to see if I could scalp UNG because it looked like it took off this morning. But actually, I went to the KOLD. Now, the KOLD, which is the short for natural gas, it got as low as 135.70 and as high as 147.44. So that was a basically like almost like a 12-point spread there. Well, I got 8 of those points. I didn't get the 12, but I still got 8 points out of that KOLD. And I didn't really even have any intentions. I thought maybe we could just scalp long, but it just wasn't there. That 8-day on that daily chart just smacked it right on down. Couldn't do nothing. So now what you want to do And just watch this double bottom situation here, okay, if it's going to play out, or if that is lost, then we're going to go right back down to that 1.705 and probably even lower. Okay, let's take a look here on a hourly and a 4-hour. Okay, when you look at this 4-hour chart now, you can see where you lost that bottom price channel. Okay, so that 1.74, and we have a big ass red candle, and it went right into that 21 SMA here. It just could not give above. Just like when you have the 200 SMA, see how it went right in, just could not give above. So when you use these simple moving averages, that's all these are. It's like your 8-day is just over an 8-day period. Your 21-day over 21-day period, they work very well. This is how I use the 8 SMA. Some people use a 9. I use a 21-day. Sometimes people use a 20. I like the 21-day, and then your 50, and obviously your 100 and your 200 SMA here. But now you can see where you lost that bottom price channel at 1.74. So if it keeps on going lower, this is the level that we want to look at right here. See that 1.71? That's exactly what you had here so far. What do we have? 1.705. So that came right down to that gap area, okay, which I pointed out this morning and the day before and the day before. Okay, so you want to watch that. Now, again, if that's lost, then you want to come to the top of this candle at 1.66. Okay, so that is going to be the next support level. If that 1.71 area there is lost, that'll be your next support. And then what we can do is just follow these candles where you have go on top of there's that 1.63 level like I was talking about, and then here's that 1.59 and then 1.58 level if it keeps on selling. But always watch to the left of the chart here, any kind of gaps and fills, because those are like magnet to a fridge. Okay, so right there, watch out 1.71 here today, and if that's lost, your next level is going to be 1.66. Just pretty simple. But right now, I don't see any momentum here. See your 8-day down, 21-day down, 50-day curling down, 200-day curling down. Don't see a whole lot of interest here. Now, again, we got to see how it closes. You just need to get back above that key price channel, 1.74, and then we could have a move up. If not, this just looks lower, and you could test these areas here very quickly. And then remember, your big test down here is that 1.522. Okay, so I don't know if it's going to test that. I don't know where it's going to go here. So we just got to see how it is. Right now, I'm flat. I took my 8 points out of that KOLD, and I'm satisfied with that. So we got to see if there's going to be a scalp here in the UNG to go on up here. There's still a lot of day left, so we got to just see how it all shakes out. But right now, crude oil was a better trade today. TQQ was a good trade today. NVIDIA was a really good trade there today. So there's a lot of other stuff that's happening. We got to wait for natural gas basically to get its shit together. Okay, let's take a look at the old crude ski. Okay, here we have crude, your daily chart. Okay, so basically this is still all very much intact, that nice rounded bottom. Okay, your series of higher lows. Looking here pretty good. But what the big killer is here, if we look, bigger up a little bit so you can see it, is right here is that 8 SMA. Okay, check that out. See? 78.70. Today's high was 78.73. You went right into it and you just couldn't get above. However, what I do like about this is if you look at this candle, okay, and then we look at today's candle, this put in a nice higher high and so far a higher low. So that's looking very, very good. Now, I always say when we were up here this morning, always watch the bottom of these two candles. Okay, so what we had is you have 77.56, 77.52. Now, today's low was 77.34. So then we just look to the left here. You're holding this candle, which is 77.17. Okay, so you got your support levels. Again, if that's lost, then we'll just go right to the left of the chart. That's 76.80, like we had yesterday. It held out there pretty good within 1 cent. Okay, so that's what you always want to watch. Just go to the left of the chart here, and that'll give you your support levels here on your candlesticks. Now, today, again, if you have to get above that 8 SMA. See, this is why you want to trade the charts, because you say, oh, it's going to run on up. But where did it go? I went right into that 8 SMA here. It's got to get above. Okay, if you can get above that key level here, okay, that 78.70 level, then we can come right over here to the left of the chart again, look at your 79, your 79.28, and then we have a lot of good resistance right in this level here. So you have your 79.53, 79.49 here, and 79.62, but that's providing a lot of resistance right in there. And then if you can get above, then we'll look to this candle here that happened on Friday, that's 79.99, and then work yourself all the way up 80.41, 80.67, and then your big retest. But that all doesn't mean anything until you can get above and close above that 8 SMA here at 78.70. Now, you are holding this level here so far. This is that key level. This is that 78.08 here, and then we have your 200-day at 78.01. So far, it needs to hold that on a closing basis, and so far, so good. If not, then we just follow the candles all the way on down. But I do like the situation of a higher high and a higher low. You just got to kick the 8 days ass here and get above that if it wants to go higher. Okay, so we got to see how it's going to shake out. Got a lot of day left today. Okay, now remember that API report here will come out here at 4:30, and then the EI report for crude will be out at Wednesday at 10:30. Now your RSI here is still looking very good. It's just basically choppy because you got a trading range going on here. Your MACD, your green is below your red, but you're just a real tight situation here. It doesn't have that nice gap like we have here where you can roll right on up. But right now, what we had a nice trading box. Now we just seem like we have just a little higher trading box here. But again, I do like those two candles right there. The key is you got to close above that 8 SMA. Okay, that's what you want to watch for. And then you want to watch the 21 SMA here at 78.07 and your 200-day at 78 here 01. That is going to be key support levels here on a closing basis. Okay, I'll have more for you on crude oil and natural gas here after the pit close at 2:30, and we'll go a little bit more in depth. Thanks for watching.